Welcome to the Trump Dump, where we take all the Trump stories that dropped this week, flush them into one big swirl, and see what kind of shape the sewage takes. Yo. Let's start with the daily briefings, because apparently Trump's running his campaign like a reality show reunion special. According to insiders, they're a chaotic stew of vibes over facts, spontaneous threats, and barely legal policy previews. Picture a staff meeting led by your least favorite uncle after 3 shots of bourbon in one Rogan episode. And out of that steaming pile came this gem, the Golden Dome Missile Defense Initiative. Trump's trying to build America a new space-based missile shield. Think Star Wars, but dumber. He says it'll protect us from every nuclear threat on Earth. Bold claim, especially since this violates international space treaties. Could provoke China and sounds like something Elon Musk would accidentally tweet after taking Ambien. Now, let's pivot to Harvard, because even America's top nerds aren't safe from the Trump era. Over 1,000 Harvard scientists released a letter blasting Trump's recent research budget cuts, calling them life-endangering. These are the people working on things like cancer treatments, climate modeling, infectious diseases, boring stuff like saving the planet and humanity. Trump's response, something about woke science and real Americans don't need graphs. Meanwhile, Trump has floated the idea of rebranding the Library of Congress because when you're not reading books, who better to oversee a national archive of literature? He wants a wing or a monument, depending on the day, that reflects his legacy. We already have one. It's called January 6th. But it gets better. Trump is on a pardon spree. Trump has been handing out pardons like Oprah on a bender. You get a pardon, you get a pardon, everybody gets a pardon. And yes, he's even floated pardoning Diddy. And he floated NBA YoungBoy. Look, somewhere the ghost of the Constitution is doing a Harlem Shake out of confusion. Now, I kind of support the NBA YoungBoy one, but he's giving pardons to Larry Hoover, founder of the Gangster Disciples, the Chrysleys, who went to jail for bank fraud and tax evasion, but looked great on cable, and a rotating cast of ex-politicians who apparently earned their get-out-of-jail-free cards with loyalty points. And while all this was happening, he also pulled a tariff U-turn. After agreeing to reduce steel tariffs with the UK, he slapped massive new ones on everybody else like a discount store bouncer with no memory. If foreign policy were a dating app, Trump's America is the guy who texts "come over" then blocks you mid-ride. Just to top it off, we're not done. The Rolling Stone expose dropped on Trump and Musk joint press conference meltdown. It was supposed to be a farewell. Instead, it turned into an ego clash featuring insults, technical errors, and one moment where Musk reportedly walked out mid-sentence. Think Real Housewives, but for fascists with Wi-Fi. So, what ties all this together? Unpredictability, narcissism, and absolute power with no accountability. This isn't even politics anymore. It's a full-blown Trump content machine, and the worst part, it works. Every press stunt, every legal gamble, every space war scheme keeps his base loyal, the news cycle churning, and the rest of us asking ourselves, wait, can he actually do that? Because he's doing it, so probably. Because the system isn't built to stop someone like Trump. It's built to assume people care about rules, shame, or libraries. And I think that it's very clear that he doesn't care about any of those things. In no particular order. I don't. Libraries might be his least favorite. Look, so the Trump dump rolls on, louder, messier, and somehow more surreal. It's exhausting. It's terrifying. And yes, it's funny. Not because it's harmless, but because if we don't laugh, we'll lose our minds.